Welcome and thank you for viewing my video review of my 2023 Ford Ranger Raptor. This is of course my 10,000 kilometer ownership review, and what I'm going to do and discuss today is highlight the positives, the negatives, the good, the bad and the ugly about owning a 2023 Raptor. Now I first must point out I am not in any way, shape or form connected or sponsored or paid by Ford for promoting anything about this Ford Ranger Raptor. I paid full retail price for this vehicle with no discounts at all, and this is my honest and straight up review on this vehicle. So I hope you enjoy my review, and as you can see I love to drive this thing both on-road and off-road and have given it the absolute run-in she needed and deserves. So yeah, sit back, relax, enjoy the video, and if you have any positive or negative reviews, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Thank you. Hey guys, Joel Stirling here, and this is my Raptor, my next-gen 2023 Ford Ranger epic, absolutely monster of a machine Raptor. And as you can see, I like to drive it, and it's just actually hit 10,000 kilometers. So I thought I would pull over the side of the road, do a quick video, and tell you what I love and what I don't like, the pros, the cons, the good, the bad of a 2023 Ford Ranger Raptor. So let's start with the engine. As you know, the V6 twin turbo absolute is a beast. It is another class of its own compared to the previous Ranger Raptors. Not sure if you've seen the other videos, but I've owned two other Ranger Raptors. Had a 2019 and also had a 2021 with a 2-litre diesel, and this new engine, the V6, is absolutely smoking them out of the water. But as you may know, you can get these in the 2-litre diesels shortly here in New Zealand. Already been sold in the Philippines, and you know, that's good. The bad thing about the V6, I guess, is the fuel consumption. But if you are worried about the fuel consumption, this is not a vehicle for you. You should be buying a V6 diesel, because this is all about smiles, not miles, as you can see. But I get roughly, let's say, 380 kilometers per tank, which is about 20 liters per 100. That's driving the way I drive it. If my wife is driving, she can get about 16 down to 12 liters per 100 kilometers. So it is how you drive it, not necessarily just the engine. So the engine is a major pro. Good job, Ford. Absolutely love it. I can't wait to see if you put a V8 in it for a Raptor R. Not that it needs it. I assume if you are going to be doing a Raptor R in the Ranger, you'll just be jacking up this engine a little bit more, giving it a bit more churn, giving it a bit more boost. So let's look at the next pro on the Ford Ranger Raptor. These headlights. The Matrix headlights are incredible. Now, I've owned a B&W X7 2023 as well as an iX B&W 2022, and these are on par with the quality of a Matrix headlights with that. The best thing about the Matrix headlights, you're not blinding anyone, but you can also wire up your spotlights and your light bar and your spotlights up top to work in conjunction with your Matrix headlights. So as soon as the sensor up here sees any headlights or tail lights, it actually automatically turns off your light bars and your spotlights. So that is great on the open road. Fantastic system. Ford, outdone yourself there. I do believe if you get a Wild Track or an XRT, you can opt in for getting these lights. Highly recommended. I think it's about an extra $1,000 or $2,000 on top of your base price. So if you can, it will change how you drive at night, essentially. So, yep, headlights, good work. Now let's look at the next pro, the 360 cameras. You got your front, you got your wing mirrors underneath all this dirt here somewhere, and then of course the rear camera. Fantastic system. It makes parking an absolute breeze. You can see everything. You can see everything off-road as well, which is fantastic. So yeah, another good system implemented by Ford. Well done. All right, so that was the cameras. The next pro, the high stop brake light integrated into the tub. As you can see, I like to add stuff on the back, a lid. You can do a rack, you can do whatever. And in the older version, you used to have a high stop light up top here. And to get a warrant of fitness in New Zealand, you had to have a high stop light visible up above. So now, with the integrated tailgate, you don't have to worry about any of that anymore. So again, Ford, pro. Next. one of the best parts about the Ranger Raptor and the next gen is the exhaust. Awesome work, Ford. Awesome Pro. You can switch between silent, sport, Baja, which is just straight piped, and when you send this thing through a tunnel in Baja mode with the throttle wide open, boy, it sounds good. So yeah, another awesome feature. Thank you, Ford. That's costing me a lot of money and fuel just because I love the sound of it so much. So yeah, it's definitely a pro and a slight little con in the fuel consumption. That's okay. The rear lights, now finally LED in 2023. Well done, Ford. Instead of the old light bulbs in 2022. The blind spot monitors are really handy if you're pulling out of a driveway. It warns you if any vehicles are coming. So that's definitely another pro. So thank you, Ford. Well done on that. It is, if I'm honest, hard to find anything negative about these vehicles, but I'm going to get nitty-gritty and see what I can find. So yeah, let's see if I can find anything bad. And well, I found one thing bad. As any Raptor owner will know, the sensors down here are exposed. So you have to put an aftermarket sensor cover. Also heard of a fuel tank getting beaten up while taken off road by other owners. So you can get a cover bash plate for the fuel tank, as well as there's a sensor just under on the side step there as well. So that's one con, one bad thing, which is kind of seems like it was overlooked or deliberately overlooked by Ford, because to just leave a sensor hanging down there seems a bit silly, but hey, it's not all too bad. We can put protective covers on it. Let's try find something else negative about this damn thing. So now we're looking into the back seat of a Raptor. As you can see, I've got two child seats here. We have done 10,000 kilometers and we have just done a road trip all over New Zealand and literally just got back today, so it is filthy. But yeah, as you can see, not much room in the back seat for car seats and the children. I'm 6'3", so I do have to have my seat back quite far, and my son's legs are getting caught up and he gets a bit upset with that. So a little bit more space in the back would be great. However, if you didn't know, this is the exact same cab as a PX Ranger and the PX Raptor. So all they're doing is they're reusing the existing cab, so it's the same door size, same seat size, everything. So unless they fully redesigned it, made it a little bit longer, that won't be changing anytime soon. Let's look in the front. Got a little drop down side steps there. Con for the inside, this is a nice suede leather here, which is beautiful. The rest is plasticky, a little bit of leather there and plastic down here. But if you look at the dirt stains on here, you can sort of understand why that's plastic and not a nice trim. The inside has got the red outlines, which at first I thought I would notice and be annoying, but when you're driving a Raptor, your eyes are only facing forward. You're not looking at anything else. So you really don't even notice the red trim lines here. However, it would be cool if I had a black Raptor that could be a black suede or darker grey, and if you had a blue Raptor, that this trim could be blue or grey and grey, just to pull the whole vehicle in together and make it sort of feel like it's the right interior and the right vehicle. So maybe Ford, if you can do that, that'd be great. But I'm guessing they're just chosen red to brand as Raptor because of the red center line on the steering wheel. Looking in the back seat again, you notice here, you don't get that suede, you don't get the leather topping up here, which a little bit disappointing. But again, when you have kids, you sort of realize that that would get destroyed with the kids hitting it and bashing it and putting arms on it and sunscreen, you name it, they do it. So it's not the end of the world, and I don't sit in the back seats, so it's okay. It's not the end of the world. Cup holders drop down, which is really handy. Got the two cup holders in the center here. You can take a big coffee mug, and then the door cards, you can take one big bottle and a smaller bottle there, so plenty of room for drinks. Another thing on the startup screen, you'll see it's a blue Raptor. I have a black Raptor. I'd really like Ford to personalize it so that if I had a black Raptor, that vehicle would be black, and if it was a blue Raptor, it would be blue, and if it was grey, it would be grey. Just turn that off. So yeah, just nicky picky little things. Another little thing here with the children in the car, they flick these light switches on, which when the engine is on, the lights turn on with it, which my wife has been caught out on, so it's been blinding people. It would be good if Ford could have a master control switch somewhere down here that would turn on and off that switch panel, just so that when the kids do flick them on, nothing would turn on without the master switch panel on. We got a camera built in here already. However, it'd be good if Ford included a dash camera recording system in the vehicle. Heads up displayed. I would really love to see the next Raptor with a heads up display. When you're chopping gears on windy roads going 100 plus, you're not looking down at what gear you're in, and with the 10-speed gearbox, it's really hard to know what gear you're in. If you had a heads up display with your speed, but also with the gear shift, what gear you're in, it would be super helpful when you're doing high speeds off the road. So again, you know, it's just nitty gritty little things, but my 2015 X3 BMW had heads up display, and this is a 2023 Super Ute, so it definitely needs it. Another nitty thing, there's no lights built into the sunrisers. They had it on the previous vehicles, they don't have it on this. Again, a little bit annoying, not the end of the world. No handles up here, which is a little bit annoying, but that's obviously for the curtain airbags and ANCAP safety reasons. Yeah, so that's, I think, the interior. Again, not much, but just little things. Another feature that I found a little bit annoying is if we put it into four-wheel drive mode here. So this is the front camera, which is great. It'd be cool if we could make that larger, but also activated while driving, because what I really like to do is have the rear camera on, and then in this mode it says full view not available. Now that stays there the whole time. I don't understand why that can't disappear, and then if you go to try get rid of it, it takes you back into the main menu. So Ford, if you can get rid of that little glitch, I guess it is, that would be great. But I'd also like to have this feature while driving an option, so I can always check on the trailer, or just see who's coming up behind me, because I have accessories on the back of a Ute. So again, nothing major, but it is a little bit nitty gritty, just a little annoying features. Right, what else can I find wrong? The sound system is amazing. It's got the subwoofer in the back seat. Yeah, it's pretty much all I can really find negative about this vehicle. The suspension, the Fox suspension, is just amazing. It eats anything and everything up. Potholes, speed bumps are now speed bumps. You can hit them at full speed. The faster you go, the better. You literally just don't even feel it anymore. So that's just been a quick review on a 10,000 kilometer journey of this vehicle. Of course, I have added some off-road accessories from option four-wheel drive and the KC highlights. You can get that from the websites, option4wheeldrive.co.nz or kchighlights.co.nz, and we can ship them worldwide actually, so anywhere and everywhere we can get them to you. If you own a Raptor and if I've missed something you don't like, leave a comment down below and to see if I've experienced it. But boy, I've had no problems at all with this vehicle. I've checked the diff oil. It was low 100 millimeters, so not the end of the world at all, but I have heard other people experiencing very low diff oil. Other than that, it's been flawless. 10,000 kilometers, not a single issue. It's just been an absolute pleasure to drive, and easily one of the best cars I've ever owned and driven. So yeah, thank you for viewing, and let's see if I keep it till 20,000 kilometers. Thank you, boys and girls, if you had made it this far in the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please, if you have any feedback, positive or negative, feel free to drop it in the comments section below, and I'll take it all with heart. I love a bit of humour and a bit of straight up and honesty, so yeah, give it to me. Now, a little bit of context about this vehicle and my journey. I travelled from the North Island all the way down to the South Island of New Zealand, which is about a 1,700 kilometre drive. And then I spent a month down at Cadrona, up and down the ski fields every single day. This thing just comes alive on the snow, in the mud, on the dirt, on the ice, you name it. Anything you put in front of this vehicle, it will just eat it alive. And boy, wow, it's not until you get it off-road do you truly appreciate this vehicle. So thank you, Ford, for finally creating a Ford Ranger Raptor that deserves the name and the badge of a Raptor, because we've been waiting so long for this, and the 2-litre diesel just did not cut it. So this V6 twin turbo is an absolute beast. I guess I can beg you, Ford, please drop a V8. Let's see what can happen, and let's have some fun. But again, thank you for viewing the video, and stay tuned for my next review of who knows what else. Thanks, guys and girls.